Hello, welcome to a Paper Flourish craft video. My name is Julie. I'm going to make my November page in the Lavinia 2023 calendar. And I've been inspired today by two things. One is that we have just recently received in store the Stamperia Songs of the Sea collection. So I feel I need to go with a bit of a sea theme today. And I'm also using they call the moon signs, like the star signs that Lavinia recently released, as my inspiration for the pages as well. So this is the moon signs, and there are two star signs, the Shimmerlitzes and the Dazzlerians, which go over November. The Shimmerlitzes goes from the middle of October to the middle of November. Dazzlerians go from middle of November to middle of December. So I'm going to make this my Shimmerlitzer page, and the beautiful Guinevere, the mermaid, I think she fits the description really well. And so she's going to be the main feature of the page. I'm going to have some fun with some stenciling and go with a bit of a blue-green theme, sort of a sea theme. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my Nocturne Versafine Clair and do some stamping. First is the beautiful Guinevere, and I'm thinking of placing her around about here on the page. So let's stamp her first. I'll just ink up the stamp. I have the stamp on one of the Lavinia acrylic boards, and she's stamped really beautifully. Isn't she gorgeous? She's just something about her. She's very, very magical. So the next stamp I'm going to use are the moon signs. So this one here is the Shimmerlitzes, and I'm thinking I might pop that up the top here. Again with my Nocturne. All right, so that's all the stamping I'm going to do at the moment. I've popped the star signs top and bottom, and all stamped in Nocturne Versafine Clair. I'm now going to add some stenciling to the page, and I want to try double stenciling, which if you watch the Lavinia Stamps videos, you would have seen Joe Rice do this, and I've been wanting to try it. So I think it's time to do it on the page. This gorgeous stencil is called Block Print. So I'm going to place that over the page. I might just do one side at a time. And I'm actually going to get some removable tape and stick that down. So I'm just going to focus on this side to begin. I've got the Mermaid Elements ink. Let's get a piece of scrap paper there. My size 9 Lavinia Stencil Brush, the large one. Let's take a fair bit of ink off, and I'm just going to add stenciling onto this side. Isn't that colour pretty, the mermaid? Just beautiful, that colour. I'll just show you what that looks like at the moment underneath there. But I'm going to leave that stencil in place, which is why I've popped that removable tape on there. The next stencil I'm going to use, this is called Nimbus, and I'm going to place that over the top. I might do the same, just a bit of a removable tape. Let's hold that one in place as well. And this time I'm going with the Pine Elements ink. So now getting into the green and blue theme. And this time I'm going to go over the exact same area, but going through that Nimbus. So here's the finished product. So double stenciling. You can still see the block print, and then amongst the block print there, the Nimbus stencil shows up. So really cool effect. All right, there we go. Okay, so it's looking a little bit blank on this side, so I think I might just get, which colour will I go in with? I might go in with the blue, or the mermaid. So let's bring back the mermaid. This time I'm going to go really, really light and just add some colour onto this side. Maybe we'll go in with a little bit of the green as well, the pine. Oh, I think that works okay. So that way it's just not stark and white. Now I'm just going to bring back, where's my Nimbus stencil? and add a little bit of that stenciling down the bottom. I'm going with the Mermaid. Just very, very lightly. Right, I'm going to add a little bit of colour amongst the rocks. And I've got here Sahara Elements ink, and I have Olive as well. So I'm just going to smush a little bit of each onto my mat. Little spray with water. And then where's my watercolour brush, my fine one? This one will do the trick. And I'm just going to use the ink to add some colour here to the rocks. So a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of both. I might just paint it with the yellow first and then add some touches of that olive in there as well. All right, what I'm doing with the olive, so I've coloured everything with Sahara. I'm just going along sort of some of the crevices in the rocks, adding a bit of the green, and then just rubbing it with my finger while it's still wet there, just to move the colour around a little bit. Just add some little highlights into it. All right, so rocks all coloured in. Now I've been having a play with adding some sort of seaweed to the bottom, just at the base of the scene, and I'm using the Forest Spruce stamp. I've turned that upside down, so I just want to use this part of the stamp to create the seaweed. And I've already been going ahead, having a play, piece of scrap paper, and I've been placing it down, and with the Forest Spruce stamp, I've just been stamping along. I've done some of them sort of the first stamping, some I've stamped once onto scrap paper and then stamped. So far, I've done that with the Verdant, Versafine Clair. So now I'm going to do a little bit more seaweed amongst that. And this time I'm going to use the Warm Breeze colour. And I think this would look nice. Now it's a little bit of a stronger colour, so I am going to stamp off first onto some scrap paper and stamp off as many times as you want to, and just add some of this other beautiful colour through the page. So I've just played with that Forest Spruce stamp and those two colours just to fill in that little bit of foliage there at the bottom. The next thing I'm going to do is, to me, little Guinevere needs to hold something. So I've got the Group of Hearts mini. I think they could look quite cute. She's holding that little group of hearts. So I'm going to use the Warm Breeze again, just picking up that same colour that I did with the seaweed. There we are. And pop those in her hand. There. So now it looks like she's holding something, which is nice. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of stamping into the side here on that blank area. And I'm going to use this lovely stamp. It is called Sacred Spells, and it's got this beautiful fine script. So I'm going to stamp this time. I'm going to go in Paradise, I think. No, maybe I might stay with the greens. Let's go Green Oasis. Right, so all I'm going to do is bring this in off the side, a bit there, and then maybe having it disappear down into that seaweed. That looks pretty. That's just filled in that area nicely. Now I'm not going to add too much more to this page. I think it's kind of looks enough just as it is, apart from a little bit of sparkle. So I love this colour of glitter. This is one of the Lavinia Eco Glitters. It's called Fairy Tales. And I find this is one of those colours that pretty much goes with everything. And I'm going to start with adding a little bit of glitter to her hair. And I'm going to start, so I've got my good old Quickie glue pen. I'm just going to add some little dots of glitter, not too much, dots of glue, just through her beautiful hair. Sprinkle it with some of the glitter, shake it off, and just to add a bit of sparkle there. Now if I hold that up, hopefully the light's catching that beautiful glitter through her hair. After all, she is a shimmerlitzer, so she needs to have some nice pretty shimmer going on. Certainly got there now. If you find you've got glitter sticking to other areas of the page. Let the glue completely dry. Get yourself a fluffy brush and wipe it away, and you'll find the glitter will stay just on her hair where the glue is. I've decided as well to add a little bit of the vintage shimmer glitter, and I'm adding some dots of glue into the crevices in the rocks just to add that glitter there. I think that could look quite pretty. A little bit more shimmer on the page never hurts. And that's just finished it off. Just that little hint of sparkle there through the rocks. Done. So this is my November page. Thank you so much for joining me, for watching the video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon with the, my goodness, final page in the calendar, which of course is the December page. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Bye.